wanna I wanna first give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Baharaka Kodash. Yahweh is the true name of the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers. Yahweh Shai is the true name of his only begotten Son, the Messiah, our deliverer, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and will continue to lead as examples to the flock. Peace and salutations to you, Akim, who are sincerely, working for that penny a day, and to the rest of the 1/3, the men, women, and children whom the Lord has foreordained to receive mercy through the sacrifice of his Son. This lesson is going to be entitled "The EU Prepares for Nuclear War." This is from an official EU website, and it was posted April 6th, 2022, the year of the Lord turning up, so 2 days ago. It was a press release, and it pretty much reads, the title reads, EU develops strategic reserves for chemical, biological, and radionuclear emergencies. To improve the EU's preparedness and response to public health risks such as chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear threats, CBRN threats, the Commission is building up strategic reserves of response capacities through the EU Civil Protection Mechanism. This includes a 540 million rescue strategic stockpile established in close collaboration with Health Emergency Preparedness and Response Authority. The stockpile will consist of equipment and medicines, vaccines, and other therapeutics to treat people exposed to CBRN emergency agents, as well as of rescue decontamination reserve to provide decontamination equipment and expert response teams. We don't need to read any further, that's the point. Matter of fact, let me just read this part too. As an emergency first step, the EU has mobilized its rescue medical reserve to procure potassium iodide tablets, which can be used to protect people from the harmful effects of radiation. Already, almost 3 million iodide tablets have been delivered to Ukraine via the EU Civil Protection Mechanism with the help of France and Spain. So what this is saying is that the EU expects nuclear war, to be a very real possibility, right? And the first country that they have mobilized, in terms of their preparation for this is Ukraine. Sending out 3 million iodide tablets that can be used to treat the harmful effects of radiation. So they're expecting this war in Ukraine to go nuclear. And we know that once that war goes nuclear, then it's gonna be a multinational war, which is a world war, which the scriptures prophesy as the third woe. There's a second article here that quotes this press release. This is from Yahoo.com, also posted 2 days ago, April 6th. EU stockpiling drugs and equipment in preparation for nuclear attack. Right, the European Commission has announced it is stockpiling equipment and medicines for preparation for a chemical or nuclear attack. Vladimir Putin put Russia's nuclear forces on high alert in the first week of his invasion on Ukraine, raising the specter of nuclear war to levels not seen since the Cold War. Right, the rest of it we've pretty much already read, right? But this is the reality of the world right now, and all these things are in alignment with the prophecies. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, which are the other nations. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And even NATO have placed their troops on high alert, especially troops in the Baltic states. The United States have sent troops to their NATO allies in the Baltic states, also on high alert, in preparation for this war escalating past Ukrainian borders, right? Or just in case they have to go in. The latest thing is that Russia has been voted out of the Human Rights Council, the UN Human Rights Council. The UN has also imposed fresh new sanctions, and this is in response to in response to a situation in one of the a suburban city called Buka in Kiev. Apparently, according to the Western media, Russia has slain hundreds of civilians and thrown them in mass graves, and dead bodies are strewn across the streets in this suburb called Buka. Which we don't know what the truth is, because Western propaganda is a hell of a thing, and so is Russian propaganda. But so we don't really know the full truth of the matter. But what we do know, is that the world is preparing, to go to war. That much is evident. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Even China is preparing to go to war and take Taiwan by force, just like Russia is doing with Ukraine. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. And the mighty ones are the angels, because they're gonna have their part in this war as well, just like in the wars before. Let the weak say, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I sit to judge the heathen round about. So this war is gonna spill over into the Middle East, right? That's the region of Jehoshaphat, right? Because in some way, shape, or form, Iran and Israel are gonna be involved in this war, This is gonna be a multinational, a true world war, right? It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the pots overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near, right? In the valley of decision, we see the day of the Lord coming, This is Isaiah 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This is talking about nuclear war, which the EU is stockpiling medicine and equipment for. Preparing for that burning and fuel of fire. Right? Malachi 4 verse 1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. Yeah. Even if there's this channel that I watch with this prepper, can't remember his name, and pretty much in all his videos, he exhorts his viewers to prepare for nuclear fallout. Have some kind of concrete structure that you can go in, stockpile 6 months food, stuff like that. And he's one of many, quote unquote preppers, who are preparing for this. The United States and other first world countries have their bunkers. Cheyenne Mountain is one of them. Huge mega structures, as big as cities, under the ground, that they're planning to run to. It says, all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch. We're going to wrap here with Revelation chapter 6 verse 12. And I beheld, when he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. Right, that great earthquake is when those bombs hit the earth, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Yeah, that's because of the dust of radiation, right? The cloud from the nuclear bomb and the dust from the radiation, blocking out the sun and making the moon look red, right? And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth. What's the stars of heaven? That's the multiple warheads falling down from the missiles, Let me see if I can find it. Nuclear missiles raining down. Multiple, give me a second here. Multiple warheads. I can't find the image. But pretty much, there's an image that shows the missiles raining down, right, like stars. right? Nuclear missiles raining down like stars. Let's try that. But you brothers know the image I'm speaking about, but can't seem to find it here. All right, let's just move on. All right, it says, "And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely leaves." And we know this is talking about literal stars. Literal stars are vastly greater in size and mass than the earth. They can't fall onto the earth. The sun, for example, is a star. It says, "When she's shaken of a mighty wind, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of his place." Right? So when it says the heaven departed as a scroll, that's talking about the mushroom cloud, yo. Right? I know I can find that. Right? Yeah, this is it. The heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled up, so it rolls up, yo. Right? That's the mushroom cloud, yo. Right? It says, "And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the captains, and every bondman, and the mighty men, and every bondman and freeman hid themselves in dens and in rocks and mountains." Yeah, those are the bunkers. Those are the bunkers, yo. Right? And he said to the rock mountain and rocks, "Fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of the Lord, for the day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?" Right? They won't be able to stand, yo. Right? So that's pretty much what I want to bring out. I'll share this article in the description box. All right. Till next time, shalom.